We're going to make an impressionist or a Warhol-style portrait of our pet.
Okay.
And so you have a photograph there of your kitty. I have one here of mine. And we're going to get the main proportion down onto our gessoed watercolor paper. Before you do, though, what I want you to do is take a look at your photo. So again, when you choose a photo for this, blow it up, enlarge it. The bigger it is, the easier it is to do. Okay. So don't do teeny tiny photographs. And what I want you to do is I want you to imagine if this were paint by number, where the delineations would be between colors. Does that make sense? So remember paint by number when you were a kid and you'd buy them and you would have a forest scene and there would be little blob look shapes with numbers in them. I want you to maybe think about where different colors would go when you paint this, because we're going to paint these crazy techno colors, right? So I want you to kind of get an idea of maybe where you would divide color on the portrait. And use your creativity. This is not realism. This is not photo accurate portrait. This is just kind of silly fun. Let's see what happens. So get a few ideas down of where you might divide color. Use the natural shapes in the photo, for sure, but just get a few ideas. I think he kind of looks like David Bowie there happening a little bit.
That's
so
great.
A little bit of planning will help later when you start to trace and then when we paint, because we want these to be artsy, funky portraits, you know, inspired by color and pattern, and you know, not necessarily perfect.
Perfect replications of our kitties.
Perfect replication is not what we're going for here. We're going for artsy fun. So have a few preconceived ideas there, and then let's go ahead and trace.
Oh, you know what? I had my tracing paper underneath,
Oh,
actually.
sweet, so you might have it ready. Oh, just put that back. Make sure you
Don't
put
move
in
it.
the rest.
Okay.
So put in eyes and nose for sure. Because what I've learned is that I can get away with all kinds of goofy stuff if the eyes are correct, right? We've said that before on I think all of the other techniques. I may have mentioned that same thing. I think that's one of the keys for doing these fun artsy creatures in your work is just, you know, make sure the eyes don't look too horror movie scary. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at the little areas that we drew in to do paint by number. I want you to paint them a funny color. Colors that don't really make sense. I'm gonna do pink, and I'm gonna vary my brush stroke so that it has some funky texture. You can channel Monet and have it be really patchy. Jacques Seurat did the famous
The
pointillism painting. Yeah, that's in the movies. When you stand by that painting in real life, it's huge. You get to get really close to it and see all the funky little dots that he did. So what's fun about these is you vary your brush stroke, and then it just gives you a cool look. So I like to do one color in my little paint by number area, and then without cleaning the brush, shocker, I'm going to put some white on the brush, and then also do a few brush strokes of the white. And what that will do is just give me a little more tone on tone, not be so static, like there's just one static solid color. Gives it a little dimension. I like my David Bowie kitty happening here. How are we doing? Yeah, that looks cool. And then I'm going to switch colors and keep filling in the paint by number, just like you're in 3rd grade and you got that for Christmas.